What's good, y'all? This is Robert, and thank you for tuning into Station Square. And yeah, this is kind of a rather late episode because, yeah, we're just recording this almost at 9 o'clock, so it's not really that late for you night owls. But regardless, thank you so much for joining me. And today we have somebody that I known for a while, and yeah, it's definitely been a minute or two. So yeah, this is Arden Hughes in the corner. So thank you so much for joining me on tonight's little episode here.
Hi, Robert. Thanks for having me. This is fantastic.
Yep, anytime. And I guess to start this off, how has everything been going and how's your 2025 so far?
It's been going great as long as I don't pay attention to the news. Everything is fantastic.
Oh yeah, God, please don't.
How's yours been?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Just kind of in spite of some family emergency stuff here and there, like it's been going pretty good. Just trying to keep myself, kind of distracted from everything that's just been going around and yeah, just away from politics. You know how it is.
Absolutely. I'm glad to hear that things are going mostly okay. I'm sorry about the issues that are going on, though.
Oh yeah, yeah, we're pulling through, but yeah, it's not life is no fun without its ups and downs.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I just wanted to know from you, like tell us stuff that you've been up to and yeah, just to get the ball rolling, if you may.
Awesome. Lately, I have been up to so many auditions, just audition after audition. I'm looking forward to hearing back from those, but it's been a little while since I've had any big projects.
Oh yeah, for sure. And speaking of big projects, I'll announce something by the end of this. But yeah, I'm just really glad that we're doing this today, and I'm just ready to start chatting about anything that comes to mind, really.
It sounds like a blast.
Yep, of course. So I guess to start this off, like, what's something that's kind of been like, sort of like the light bulb moment that, hey, maybe I should do voice acting? Seems fine.
It's been a tricky journey. I've always known I wanted to do it, but when I started transitioning as a trans woman, I thought, well, nobody's going to want that kind of voice. And then seeing other trans actors over time, I was just blown away. I was like, okay, no, there's a space here for me. This is incredible. And it's been such an inspiration. I think that was the major moment, but it's kind of been a lot of little light bulbs mostly.
Yeah, it's just kind of like for me, it's oh wow, I didn't realize that there's room for me after listening to so many Newgrounds and watching all of those Flash animations, yeah, way back when, and I'm just like, yeah, maybe I should do this too.
Absolutely. I used to love those so much. I think if there was one specific moment I can point to where I first got the idea, it was playing Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver back when they had those behind the scenes where they're in the booth watching the guy who does the voice of Raziel and the guy who does the voice of Kain just going back and forth was so incredible. It's like, oh yeah, real people do this and they're absolutely cool.
Yeah, they're great. And also, man, Legacy of Kain, that's a throwback.
Oh gosh, I'm still waiting for that last game. It's coming. I know it's coming.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, good to know that, Legacy of Kain was kind of like your, I guess, introduction into voiceover in a way.
Yeah, it was just so amazing to see behind the curtain like that. Just see like, oh, they're just regular guys, but they're so talented and they're having so much fun.
Yeah, it's kind of the same when I see somebody, I'm like, oh, I know them. Yeah, they are super cool.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's so strange joining the voice acting community. You start to notice people who are in like big things. You're like, okay, I can't be weird about this, but it is weird that this person I know is like in this major anime. It's so bizarre.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, like, look, I'm wearing My Hero Deku tonight, so, and it's just so weird that the people that you listen to in these shows are kind of, and now you're kind of friends with them, colleagues, so on and so forth.
Yeah, it's just so wild. You would think you would get more starstruck, but it's just like, no, I just know them. That's their voice. That's so cool.
Exactly. So, yeah, after that, like, when you first got your start online, how was that, the whole atmosphere like, getting your start?
Oh, it was very rocky. I first got reached out to by a friend of a friend who was doing a Magic the Gathering radio play. And they knew that I was interested in voice acting, so they're like, I've got a couple of side characters you could do. And I just jumped on that, was like, yes, absolutely. Give me anything, everything, I'll do it. They are really rough. I don't recommend anybody go and find them, but it was nice to be able to test those things out in sort of a small, low stakes environment where it was like supportive crew, supportive cast. I don't think I would have gotten this far without that.
Yeah. And what have been some of your favorites so far out of all the stuff that you've done?
Oh my gosh. My favorite by far has to be narrating the audiobook for Transmuted by Eve Harms. It's a first person narrator who's also a trans woman, so it was so easy to get into character. Like she has the same sort of fears, the same sort of desires that like most of us have. It was kind of like putting on just this comfortable pair of tennis shoes. I just instantly was in it. Like no prep. It was amazing.
Yeah, and speaking of that, how would you say that, being trans was really like such a pivotal moment in your life of like, oh, wow, this character is kind of like me, and just finding that authenticity into your performance?
It's so tricky because there's a bit of friction there. With the character Issa, who's the main character in that book, she worries about her voice too. And I was like, okay, yeah, well, voice is such a thorny issue for trans people. It's kind of like the first voice acting you ever do, and you're constantly worried about it. And then you think, oh, I'm going to layer on a character on top of that. Like, I don't know how that's going to go. So it was nice to have that be part of the actual story where I could be like, okay, all of my feelings about my voice are totally okay to feel right now because she's feeling them too.
Exactly. I mean, it's kind of like for me, being African American, it's like finding a character that is also kind of like me in a way where they're, nerdy or just they have like, I don't know, just like video games or cartoons a lot, and they also have like different skill sets that they apply into everything. And it's just kind of like, oh wow, cool. They are kind of scatterbrained, sort of, smart, kind of all over the place, kind of like me. So yeah, sign me up.
Absolutely. It feels so great when there's a character that just resonates like that. And I have
Exactly.
to give Eve Harms, the author, so many props because she wrote a character so clear and vivid, like so resonant, that it was just no trouble at all. Like I could see every part of her easily.
Yeah. And what would you say is something that is the most like fulfilling or rewarding about, doing all of this?
I think my favorite thing so far, and it's still a work in progress, has been learning how to embody emotions, like to get a better performance. It's so easy a lot of the time to just kind of dissociate through life. And so it's nice to be like, okay, this character's feeling anxiety, but also excitement. And they're also feeling kind of this yearning. And how do I feel that? And it's like, well, I have to find where that actually lives in my body, which is something I don't pay attention to very often. It's like, is that a tightening of the throat or just like a flush in the chest? And being able to actually understand that has made just my daily life so much better.
Yeah, right on. So, and speaking of that, like anxiety and mental health, do you have like any advice or tips on? Because I know that for most of us, it can be like, oh my gosh, it's so overwhelming. So, how do you, I guess, handle emotions when you're doing voice acting, or just at least getting a better grip with, your mental psyche, if that makes sense?
Oh, absolutely. That is such a good question. Um, the biggest one, the one that I really want people to take away, if you struggle with this, is the inner critic. Like that voice that tells you, you're not as good as other people who are farther along in their journey, or you could be doing this better or that better. It's so easy to get dragged down by that. And I spent so much of my early career trying to fight that, trying to say, like, no, I don't feel that way, pushing it down. The best that I've learned that you can do, and I've had a lot of people tell me this, is to just recognize that this critic that you have is trying to help you in the only way it knows how. Like it thinks there's a threat. Like maybe the threat is embarrassment, or maybe it thinks like, hey, there's a tiger out there, you're gonna get eaten. But either way, like the threat isn't as dangerous as it feels like. You're gonna make a lot of crappy art before you make good art. So it's kind of comes with the territory. But the best you can do is just say, like, hey, thank you for looking out for me. Thank you for trying to keep me safe. But right now I've got this. I'm gonna try this. And hey, if it blows up in my face, then you can say I told you so. But trying not to fight it, trying not to give into it, like that is the big struggle.
Yeah. And what is something that's been helping you a lot during these tough times?
I'm almost embarrassed to say it, but I've started building Gundam models, like little plastic robots. It is so therapeutic and so soothing just to take out the scissors, get the little plastic pieces, snap them off, and then just put them together and see this robot come together. Like it's just so much fun.
Yeah, yeah, building Gundam models. That kind of sounds pretty neat. I think
I
for me, I just collect, I guess, pleasure.
Oh, that's so cool. Like, what are your favorite ones?
I mean, I have a lot of Mario. I have a Pikachu and a Creeper from Minecraft plush over there that I got from Dave and Buster's of all things.
That's so.
Actually, totally not sponsored, but let me see. Winner, Dave and Buster.
Oh,
We
hell
are
yeah.
all winners. Yeah.
That
So what were
rule.
you gonna say? Yeah, I'm sorry. I think I cut you off a minute there.
Oh, no, not at all. I was gonna say I would recommend giving it a try. It's super easy, but you will probably get completely addicted. Like, it's the cheapest hobby there is. They're super cheap, but there's so many of them and they're so fun to do. It takes up so much time.
Exactly. Yeah, like collecting, toys or I don't know, games. I mean, just as this weird little fun hobby can sometimes turn into something even more than that, so you never know.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah. And what's something that helps you, or I guess that makes you so filled with gratitude of just getting to do this? Like, this is why I love doing this. What was the moment that made you realize that?
I think it was when that audiobook first came together and I got to listen to the entire thing and thought, this didn't exist before I had done this. Like, were there things I would have done differently? Definitely. Do I know things now that I wish I'd known then? Like, for sure. But the fact that it's there and it exists and it didn't, and it wouldn't have if I hadn't worked on it, like, I think that's just every part of art. It just feels so incredible to say, yeah, like from nothing, here's something. And it may not be perfect, but it's cool that it exists. Like, I can't get over that feeling.
Yeah, right on. So, I guess to probably wrap it up, what is something that is, you know, that you would love to see in the future? I guess just anything.
Oh my gosh. I feel like we're already pretty spoiled for it, but more trans projects with trans characters would be incredible. But really, we're getting so many right now. I almost feel guilty even saying that. It's just been so fantastic in the last few years. There's been an explosion. I feel so fortunate.
Yeah, I mean, with all this amazing stuff that's been coming out, it is just unbelievable.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. So feel free to, I don't know, plug or share like any of your socials or projects or website. Just self promote.
Oh, awesome. It's always fun to do. My website is ardenhughesvo.com. And my latest project, one that I've been working on for a little while, is called Devil's Liminal on Steam. I play one of the romanceable characters. So if you play the game and you end up going down that route, let me know how the date goes because I would love to hear about it.
Yes. And where is something, oh, sorry, social media. Yeah, that's right. Where can people check out your stuff?
Oh, yeah, you can find me on Blue Sky. I think the name is just Arden Hughes. Heck, I should know that off the top of my head, but it's been so long. But yeah, I think it's just Arden Hughes VO.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And, we have your website, and I think that's kind of it. Unless, oh, yeah, and any last bit of advice or just something to close out this little fun chat.
Oh, after every strenuous voice session, always do straw phonation. Have you heard about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. Like, I'm late to the party, but as soon as I learned about it, I was just like, okay, yeah, this has to happen every time after I'm doing like a yelling scene or a shouting scene. Anything too strenuous, straw phonation. It is absolutely a game changer.
Yeah, and what would your advice be to anybody, to those that want to pursue this, or for any trans people, just a word of encouragement? Because I know these times are especially tough for the community. So, any words of any thoughts?
Oh, absolutely. It feels trite, but just get out there and do it. Like, don't let anything stop you. If this is something you even think you might want, there's absolutely no harm or risk in trying it. It doesn't matter if you're not as good as you think you should be, because we never start that way. It doesn't matter if you're not as good as people who are professionals, because we never start that way either. Just give it a try and have fun with it to the best of your ability. Just have fun.
Great. And would you like to do an outro for this?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so you could just say, "Hi, my name is Arden Hughes. I'm a voice actress. I've done lists of projects that you've done. This is Station Square Podcast with Robert Jackson. Whenever you are good to go, yeah,
Awesome.
bring it.
Hi, I'm Arden Hughes. I'm a voice actress. I've been in the movie The People's Joker, and I've narrated the audiobook Transmuted by Eve Harms. And sorry, what was the station?
Oh, it's Station Square Podcast with Robert Jackson.
You're listening to Station Score Podcast with Robert Jackson.
Square.
I'm sorry, you're listening to Station Square Podcast with Robert Jackson.
We'll take it.
I'll cut that
Yeah,
together. All messed up.
yeah, it should be fine. But tell us about the movie since you just brought it up.
Oh, yeah. So it is a trans coming of age story in which the main character becomes the Joker and goes to Gotham City to join a comedy club.
$1 million story right there.
All this time.
Yeah, it should be golden, like one of the greats. I can see it all now. It'll be a legend in the a future masterpiece, just as one of the all-time greats, truly. But anyways, this is Robert. Thank you so much for tuning in to the show, and have a good one. And happy almost May, actually. So yeah, we're already 5 months into 2025. That is unbelievable. Oh, and projects. Be sure to check out this comic dub that I'm doing called Furious 5 and a special project that I have been cooking since 2020. That should be coming out relatively soon. If you want to know what it is, Solomon Shrine, check out the teaser on YouTube. But be sure to stay tuned for episodes that are going to be releasing later this year, Lord willing. So yeah, that's my little self plug. I'm Robert Jackson everywhere, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. I'll just link all the websites and socials in the description. But yeah, have a good night, good day, good afternoon, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace. Bye bye.